Good morning. Hi, yogis. Uh-oh, do I need to turn that light off in the back? It looks like, okay. Oh, better, right? Okay, happy Saturday today. All right. Yeah, today I'm going to be following and sharing information from Mary Whaley's Yin Yoga Flow book. Okay, so she's amazing. This book is incredible. And today we're going to be doing a flow associated with the third eye or Ajna. It's the center, it's in the center of the brain between the two physical eyes, the third eye center, but in the center of the brain. It's associated with the pineal gland, and as such, it's responsible for regulating serotonin, or not serotonin, excuse me, melatonin, sleep cycles, circadian rhythms. It's also associated with intuition, dreams, visualizations. That's so all that. I'm going to read to you what also she says about the mm, 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 about the third eye center, about Ajna. So the third eye chakra is a gateway to communication with the divine cosmic essence. This chakra allows an individual to experience heightened intuition and is a direct link to the infinite source of wisdom. When the third eye is quote unquote open and balanced, an aspirant can quote unquote see the quote unquote unseen and quote unquote know the quote unquote unknown. This chakra is activated by frequent and dedicated meditation practice. Meditation causes the pineal and pituitary glands to secrete actively. An imbalanced third eye results in the quote unquote eye being closed and the aspirant to wander in the dark. When the aspirant meditates on this chakra, she begins to remove the karmas of past life. And then it says, when the Kundalini pierces this chakra, it's thought that the aspirant becomes a liberated soul in their current lifetime. Wow. So, there's that. Um, and we're also going to be doing we're also going to be chanting Om, and we're going to be taking the the Shunya mudra of emptiness. So we'll start with chanting Om in the Shunya mudra. Mudra just means position, and with your it can be with your eyes, your tongue, your hands. All those are can be mudras. So the Shunya mudra takes your middle finger, and this is great for also people who have difficulty hearing, both physical and metaphysical. And so Shunya mudra is great for that, even vertigo. So you want to take your middle finger and kind of place it in the palm of your hand. So wherever you put it is fine. Okay. So just find what feels good for you, and it's going to kind of stay bent. Yeah. And then take your thumbs and just cross them over your middle fingers. Just put a little light pressure. All the other fingers are going to be extended, and you're going to rest them up. So I've seen some people where they put these two together. It doesn't have to be, just you're extending all of the other fingers. And so we're going to have those extended. I always forget it's backwards. Have those extended, and we're going to have that resting on the lap as we chant Om for a few minutes. And remember, Om, chanting Om is not Om, it's AUM. 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 So you want to feel this in your throat, and you want to feel this in your chest. You want to, and maybe you want to look and have your eyes kind of looking at your third eye center, which is between your two physical eyes. So you cross your eyes. but you're going to have them kind of looking up and back. So a lot going on here. Remember, all this is your choice. So Shunya mudra, middle fingers are bent, thumbs pressing over, all other fingers extended, resting with the palms upward. I almost always sit on a bolster or a block to let my spine be tall spine, kind of lift up, ears over shoulder, shoulders over hips. And I was fiddling with my stopwatch so that I can know how long we're chanting it for. So remember, we're going to chant AUM, Aum. Yeah. And then to do that long exhale, the chanting, we want to take a full deep inhale. So to do that, you exhale all your air, pull your belly to spine. And then as you inhale, belly extends, chest extends, and then you start your Om, right? Okay, perfect. So fully exhale, clearing my stopwatch, Shunya Mudra, tall spine, crown of the head lifts up. So you're not doing this, you're tucking your chin and lifting up through the back of the neck. Almost feel like there's like a little crane that kind of pulls on your sternum a bit. So find a tall spine and then kind of relax into that. And then remember, eyes can be crossed, slightly open, crossed, and kind of looking in the middle of your skull, of your brain. So a lot happening, all your choice. Just play around with it. We'll chant Om for a couple minutes. All right, here we go. Exhaling completely. Shh. Inhale. Om. Ah. 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 One more. Just sit quietly. Yeah, good. Maybe circling arms up, spreading fingers out, fingers come together, and at heart center, and just take a moment to sort of stretch your fingers, wrists, using your other hand to bend back the wrist, and then reverse anahata, reverse prayer pose, Anjali mudra at anahata, at heart center. Stretching wrists out, and maybe some wrist circles, and in the other direction. Yeah, good. There's some shoulder rolls, just warming up the body, head. Yeah, good. All right, wonderful. So that was chanting Om for 3 minutes. I'm going to come up off of my bolster, and we'll just go ahead and go into some cat cows. So feel free to have some padding under your knees as you need. Yeah, let me make the computer come down a bit. There we go. Good. So, and if you'll notice, I just have regular old clothes on today. I'm going to be doing a sound bath with my friend and yogi Adrian in Dallas. So you can always have regular clothes on to do yoga. Inhale, neck looks up, low back curves, and then exhale, cat. I don't like it because it's an angry cat, So I don't know, but it is cat cow. It's just flexion and extension of the spine, going with your breath, exhaling completely, tucking chin to chest, feeling free to have any little wiggles in there that feel good. Cow. Ah. Moving slowly and mindfully. Good. Wiggling from side to side, maybe looking over one shoulder and then the next. Yeah, good. And you may want to grab a block or your bolster. We're going to come into melting heart or melting puppy pose. So you want to keep your knees over your hips, 90-degree angle. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And then just simply bring your head, your chest down, and you can have your head resting, forehead can be resting on the ground or a block. So we'll be here for several breaths in melting heart, anahatasana, melting puppy pose or melting heart. Call different things, whether you're in a yang practice or a yin practice. So here you may feel some pressure on your forehead, feeling maybe some opening under the armpits. You can have your third eye mudra with your eyes kind of crossing in them and looking in back of your skull. So lots of choices here to just notice the biggest pocket of sensation. For me, I really notice it under my armpits. So I'm just letting those just gradually open, bringing my breath to my back body, shoulder blades, armpits, rib cage, scapula. Just breathing. Noticing where you can soften. Yeah, good. A couple more breaths here. Great. And to come out of it, you can simply walk your hands back. Woo! Okay, let's, as my 10-year-old would say, let's go. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and just come into hero's pose, Virasana. Oh, where did this go? Why is it? Oh, okay. So if it gets too dark, I guess. All right, fairies. So Virasana, you just simply sit on the tops of your feet, and some people will kind of keep their knees together and spread their like kind of rotate out their knees so that their bum can come and sit between their feet. That's a little much for me. I could do it with a little bolster there. So you can either be here and you have a tall spine, or you can simply just sit on the tops of your feet. So however feels good for you for Virasana. Releasing, letting things out. This part of the moon cycle today, Saturday, which is also associated with Ajna and the sixth chakra, and the sixth limb of yoga, also dharana, concentration. So I'm just sort of stretching out through the shoulder blades. So have my hands come out, arms come out to a T, and then just one crosses over the other. Kind of walk your fingers back and then let your shoulders come away from your ears. So feeling that stretch in the back of the scapula there. Yeah, and then just be mindful of what arm is on top. As you unwind, you'll bring the other arm on top now and walk the fingers onto the backs of the shoulders, and then let those shoulders come away from your ears. Just breathing. Feeling that stretch. Good. Maybe some shoulder rolls here. Maybe some arm sort of swings here, just loosening up. Just whatever feels good for you. Now we're going to come into Sphinx. And so Sphinx is a great one. And so you simply come to your belly. Oh, so good. I'm going to lay in crocodile for just a minute. So letting your hands stack. I'll scooch back so you guys can see. And then just let your hips wiggle a little, or you can bend your knees and let your hips have some motion here. So whatever feels good for you. Before coming into space. Oh, that feels so good. So I'll turn to the side so you guys can see what's happening here. So all we're going to do is we're going to come up onto our elbows. Yep. So elbows are right under shoulders. And instead of letting your, chest kind of sag, you want to push up from your, come up out of your shoulder girdle. So that's all we're doing here. Legs are about hip distance apart. So, and if you feel like you want to take a couple, you know, up dog, just to warm up the spine, you're welcome to whatever you need to sort of settle into this shape here. Remember, you have choice to have third eye center sort of activated by crossing your eyes, keeping them slightly open, crossing your eyes and kind of looking in the back of your head. So, and then be mindful of your neck, sort of pull your chin back, retract your chin back so that you may feel a little bit of a workout there in the back of the neck. If you want to intensify this, you can push your belly into the earth, really feeling how that accentuates that curve in the spine. Soften what doesn't have to work. Here, when you breathe into your belly, kind of lift up a little. So notice if you can breathe into sort of the middle and upper parts of your lungs. Yeah, that Shunya mudra and chanting Om really quieted my mind. I don't know about y'all. A few more moments here. Yeah, good. And then to come out of it, I like to just let my hands extend forward and then coming back into crocodile. Really just taking in the goodness of that shape, letting your back relax. And just breathe into the earth here. Push your belly into the earth on the inhale. Relaxing on the exhale. Belly into the earth, inhale, pelvic floor open. Relaxing on the exhale. This is such a great pranayama for if you're feeling anxious or just want to deepen this grounded sensation, because you're literally laying on the ground, right? Letting your belly push into this earth. Letting the earth support you. Yeah, good. And then just coming back into tabletop here. So just push up and let your hands come under your shoulders and your knees right under your hips here. And maybe you want to do a little cat cow. I'm going to extend out through my back leg here. Rink, rink. There we go. I'm going to extend out and just stretching back through the calf here, just enjoying a little calf stretch there. And then I'm going to bring this leg out. The foot is flat on the ground. And then just stretching in through the inner thigh here. So nothing fancy, just feeling a little leg stretch here, inner thigh. I've noticed a few physiological sighs that have just naturally happened. Physiological sighs where you kind of have your inhale happens on two parts. So this is one inhale. You'll hear babies do that, or dogs. God, my big American bully Bruce, he snores and he'll do those sighs all the time. It's just, and my limbic system is really loves it because he helps regulate me. Yeah. And so bringing leg up to the side, just like you did the other side, just stretching in through the inner thigh. Mm-hmm. And you know me, I very rarely count or use a timepiece. I kind of just feel. So anytime you want to stay in one side longer than the other, totally okay. Great. Yeah, let's come up off of our hands here. Kind of shake out your wrists if you need to. Circle them. Whatever feels good here. Yeah, great. And now we're just going to come into, let's do a yogi squat first. I'm wrestling with this mat here. It's okay. So to just come into a yogi squat, you can simply have your feet as close or as far apart as you can. Just make them where it's comfortable, where your heels can sort of sink down. And I kind of was just rotating a little through my hips to just open up here. Yeah. Yeah, good. And so you can always have a block under your bum here if you want to come into a yogi squat. So I'm going to use my elbows to push my legs out. And then I'm going to bring my back tall here. Um, so that you have this sort of rooted connection. Tailbone is coming to the earth there. So yogi squat, also called garland, also called malasana. So this is what it looks like from the front. I've got my sort of Aikido pants on today. So hands are together, using my elbows to keep my hips sort of externally rotated, chin tucks. So it's okay if your feet are not to the earth yet. It's okay if you have a block right under your tailbone. Yeah, bolster doesn't quite work, but all okay there. So yeah, start to bring some movement now into your hips, just coming up onto the ball of one foot. And then the other, you have your hands down, sort of a modified Skadasana, side lunge. Yeah, good. Ah, feels so good. Great. Okay, wonderful. Perfect. So let's go ahead. Oh, yeah. Okay. So before child's pose, let's do a little more hip openers here. So coming into low lunge. So if you, the I don't know, fairies. I don't know with the light. So feel free to have extra padding under your knee as you need it. As we're gonna be coming into a low lunge. So we want to let's just bring our left foot forward here. Okay, like that. Joink, joink, joink. And then, so I guess from the side, it would look like this. So you're really opening up through the front of that thigh. Yeah. And knee is at a right angle here. So Anjali Asana, low lunge. And you can stay here with your, my right leg is extended. Yeah, I really want an extra padding underneath that knee. I'm gonna grab it. Some extra padding here. Ah, much better. Yeah, and if you want, you can extend arms overhead, interlace your fingers except for your thumb and index finger in a lightning bolt. So you can feel into this low lunge. Feel how your left quad is sort of working and your right front of your hip is opening. Anjali Asana, low lunge. Oh, so good. Arms are right up by your ears. Yeah, good. Coming out of that, just rock back onto your, I have to turn this heater off. I'm about to pass out. Just like a half split, half Harumanasana, half monkey. So you can do a little half split. You can fold over that front leg. Just a little counter pose here. So other leg, yeah, I really needed that extra padding on my knee. So feel free to have padding under your supporting knee. So this time I'm going to be on my left knee, bring my right foot forward, knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. And the other nice thing about having padding is that you can just slide it down, right? So you're staying upright here, you're not collapsing into the joint, you're letting your thigh muscle work a bit and you feel the opening here. And just if you want, yogis, you don't have to. You can let your hands come together. I forget which mudra this is. Some people call it lightning rod. That you have your thumbs are crossed over each other, your index fingers are extended, and all of your other fingers are interlaced. So hips are square to the front. Option to bring arms up into that lightning bolt inside of your arms or right by your ears. Any burping or even releasing gas, it's all just your body. Many of you know I'm a nurse. It's just your body and bodily functions. And when you can let them out, you're moving energy, you're moving stale used energy, you're releasing. I know those are so social faux pas, at least in our Western culture. I know that burping after a meal in Europe is often considered a compliment to the chef. So just know that whatever bodily functions happen during your yoga, it's just totally okay. Nothing to be embarrassed of or ashamed of. It's just your body. Anamaya kosha, one of our koshas, one of our layers that we really work through in yoga nidra. Yeah, good. And then just counter pose, just coming out of it, flexing that front foot, and you can just bend over that leg if you want. So just to kind of straighten out and release. Yeah, good. Oh, that felt really good, I have to say. Just checking timepiece here. Okay, perfect. Now let's go ahead and come into child's pose. And so for this one, yogis, you have choice of having knees apart and big toes are touching, or you can have knees together with big toes touching. You can have a block or a bolster here for your head. So I'm almost always going to have my knees apart because that just feels better on my back. As many of you know, I've had back surgery, and so having it be in flexion doesn't always feel good for me. So just come down, and you can let your body warm up here. You don't have to just pop into child's pose, yeah. So you can always have your head on a block, yeah, or a pad or a bolster. Or if you're ready, you can have your forehead just come down. You can keep your forearms sort of anchored here if you want. You can have them extended out. So just notice what feels good for you as we come into Balasana, child's pose. Yeah, good. I feel like you guys can't hear me when I'm in my shape. That's okay. There's another one of those physiological sighs. So be mindful of your shoulders here, though, okay? So make sure your shoulder blades are sort of slid down your back body. So not a lot of engagement here, but just make sure you're not letting your shoulders be right up by your ears. So just keep your scapula, your shoulder blades, sort of down your back body, anchoring in through your forearms and forehead. Remember, you can have your Ajna mudra with your eyes, crossing your eyes up and back. Yeah, my mind is really quiet today, y'all. So you stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so that you guys can see what my hands are doing, my arms are doing here, this part. So we're in child's pose. We're in balasana. And so just go ahead and extend out through your arms. So nothing changes except that you straighten your arms, extend out through your fingertips, and then just bend your left arm, forearm comes back to the ground, and then walk your upper body over to the left. So your right arm is sort of coming over, you're up on your fingertips, maybe. You're just stretching out through that side body. That's all that's happening here. Right side body opening. Several breaths here. And then walking hands back to center, extending out again to the center, stretching, and then bending your right elbow, walking your left arm over. Forehead can rest on your arm, on your right arm, or on your on the ground, whatever feels right for you. One side may be different than the other, and you don't have to be on your fingertip, but if you extend through a straight arm, and then if you pull up onto your fingertips, can kind of really feel that it's just a different sensation. It's not better or worse. Just feel what feels right in your body. Yeah, that side body. Ah, another physiological sigh. Oh, so good. Moving the body. Moving the body. Good. Bending that elbow and slowly coming up. Woo! Oh, wow. That feels great. Okay. Just noticing your practice there. Yeah. And so I'm just checking the timepiece again. Perfect. Um, so let's go ahead and let's do one more shape. Let's come into um, staff pose. Oh, did it again. Boop, 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 boop. So staff pose is simply you're like a shape of the L. Yeah. So you've got your back is straight here, legs are extended out, and then you simply roll shoulders up, back, and down. Fingertips are pointed towards your toes. Lower belly should be engaged a little bit. Tucking chin so that ears are right over shoulders. Just feeling this staff pose here for just a minute. Yeah, good. And then relaxing that, I kind of have to move my fleshy parts of my buttocks to let my sit bones really ground in here. And then we're just going to be coming into a forward fold here. So it's okay that your back is rounded, or if it feels better, straight. Totally your call. You can have a strap around if you want it around your feet, or you can rest your hands on your calves, hold your pant legs, you can hold your big toes, whatever feels good for you. Option for that third eye mudra, crossing your eyes. Your eyes are just barely open. Looking in the back, middle of your skull. I did a Qigong class Thursday, and my body feels so different afterwards. Like for the better, I feel like things have really um, sort of settled into place in a good way. I had, there's also another massage therapist, Yvonne Lane, that I've had a couple of massages from, and she's really talented, works with the fascia. So just noticing some qualitative differences in my body, especially after not having done a practice last week. I was going to do an afternoon yoga, and it just never happened. We went on the train and where's that? Oh, Christ. Grapevine. Oh, it's all right. Oh, good. Coming out of that, wiggling legs if you need to. Okay, and then now we come to Shavasana. So Shavasana simply means corpse pose. So when we come to our yoga mat and the end of our yoga practice, and we are like a corpse in that we are our egos are dying. We're laying down our ideas of self, um, the idea of self that you are attached to, maybe doing a little knees to chest apanasana, rolling a little bit here in my sacrum. Just my body wanted this before shavasana. So, and you can spend the last part of your yoga practice in whatever shape you want. We call the end of the practice shavasana, but it's actually referring to this pose right here. Shavasana is corpse pose. Ah, another physiological sigh. So feel free to be in whatever shape you'd like for the end of your practice as I take you through a yoga nidra. Nidra is sleep, so use yogic sleep. So just orienting here, just listen to all the sounds in your room that you're in. Yeah, good. Listen to sounds maybe within your own body. Maybe just feeling into your sense of taste, sense of smell. And with your eyes closed down, just start to soften through the eyes and feel your eyeballs sort of drop down and back into your skull. If you were doing any of that third eye Ajna mudra, you may feel some fatigue in the optic ligaments. That's totally okay. So just let your eyes go. And then as you let them drop down and back, see if you could register where the back of your head is. And if you're in a different shape, just notice whatever part of your head is touching the earth and just really let it settle there. Our heads weigh anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds. So letting that go. Yeah, good. Feel your shoulder blades backs of your arms, backs of your hands, middle of the back. Maybe notice how your low back comes up off of the ground a little bit. And your sacrum, hip points, back in connection with the earth, with your buttocks, maybe the backs of your thighs. Notice also where the backs of your knees don't touch the ground. Maybe you have a bolster under your knees supporting you. Calves, heels, your whole back body. With each exhale, just let the earth support you in those points of connection. Yeah, good. And just notice again your head, crown of your head. Check out through the eyes. Make sure that there's no tension there, the softness. Your ears, your jaw, mouth, back of the throat, pit of the throat, center of the chest, both shoulders, shoulder joints, and just let your awareness travel down the length of your arms to arrive with your awareness in your hands, palms of your hands. Awareness filling the palms of your hands. Push your awareness into all 10 fingers, 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. Just feel your awareness there at the tips of all those fingers and thumbs. Feeling the boundary of skin. And then let your awareness be in the entirety of both hands, both wrists, both elbows, both shoulders, shoulder blades, armpits, side of the rib, following the rib cage along to the front, sternum. Feel how you can just let your rib cage go. Notice perhaps your respiratory diaphragm, sort of divider between your upper and lower torso. Just notice how when you inhale, you can maybe sense a sort of dropping down of your diaphragm. And then as you exhale, it sort of domes back up. Just notice if you can sense any movement in that horizontal plane, sagittal plane of your body. Yeah. And awareness right into the upper belly, belly button, and lower belly. And then just feel into this whole lower part, the front of the torso. And then just let your awareness take in the sides of your torso, the waist, and then the low back, sacrum, maybe even tailbone and buttocks. Just feel this whole lower torso. And then notice your hips and hip joints. And then just let your awareness feel from your hips and hip joints down both legs. Yeah. Arriving with awareness in your feet. Yeah. And the soles of the feet. Awareness filling the soles of the feet. Yeah, good. And from the soles of the feet, let your awareness find the pads of all 10 toes, and then the tips of all 10 toes, feeling the boundary of skin. Awareness filling the entirety of both feet, both ankles, both knees, both hips, lower torso, upper torso, fingers, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, face, ears, spaces behind the ears, back of the head, crown of the head, your whole body, your whole body. Your whole body. And now let your awareness fall right into that third eye center. Awareness and the center of your brain, between your two physical eyes. It's sort of up and back. And here we'll bring in our sankalpa for the day. So sankalpa is your heart's resolve, deep resolve, your heart's wish. You could listen to your heart. What would it tell you it wants? Connection, creativity, compassion, calmness, creativeness, courageousness, clarity. Yeah, whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever quality of yourself that you're wanting to cultivate, just take that and form it into a sentence that's positively phrased and in the present tense. I am calm, I am clear, I am supported, I trust this process of healing and life. I know that everything happens for my own growth and expansion. I know I'm a journeyer. I trust this adventure I'm on called life. Whatever your sankalpa is, just say it to yourself 3 times. And really affirm it to be true in this moment. Yes, so be it. Feeling into this moment. Starting to bring some gentle movement. Oh, into your body stretching. Oh, whatever way feels good. Taking some big breaths. Mm-hmm. Rolling onto one side or the other. Just whatever side feels good for you. Letting yourself be supported by your own body. Honoring this transition here. Maybe even bringing to mind your sankalpa again. When we change the shape of our body, our awareness changes. And so I invite you to bring your sankalpa in here. And then as you push up to a tall seat, eyes sort of blink open just a little bit, kind of orienting back into this moment. Bring your sankalpa in with you here in this shape. And just circling your arms up, maybe with an inhale, just gently bringing them together at heart center. Just connecting here. And let's close our practice with 3 ohms. Exhaling completely, belly pulls to spine. Inhale, expand. Om. Om. Ah. Yeah. Wishing you a blessed day. Enjoy your day and enjoy your life.